Hello, dear sister. Today's video blog, we're going to talk about gender disappointment. And it's so much a thing now that it has its own term, gender disappointment. Um, and there's internet boards where you can go and talk about such things. Now, this is not a new thing. It's just something that people are now willing to talk about. It used to be people would suffer in shame their own disappointment over having the baby a different gender than what they wanted. Um, but it's a real thing. It's absolutely a real thing, and there's so much guilt around it um, because we're told that, all you should ask for is a healthy baby, and if you get a healthy baby, then you should just be happy no matter what. And because of that, this gender disappointment we have is burdened with even more. The disappointment we're feeling is burdened even more by our own guilt and our own shame. Now, the broader picture of gender disappointment means that there's so much going on. It's not just that you wanted a girl instead of a boy. You wanted a boy instead of a girl. It's not just simply a matter of preference. It means that there are bigger things going on. If you want a girl, it's because there is a spirit baby girl in your aura. If you want a boy, it means that there's a spirit baby who's doing work with you here. If you've read my book, What All Spirit Babies Want Their Mamas to Know, then you know I suffered my own version of gender disappointment, except it wasn't really gender disappointment. It was soul disappointment, frankly. I never really actively wanted a daughter until my spirit baby daughter started interacting with me. So for 3 years, I had this a relationship with my spirit baby daughter. And so when she didn't come, uh, I was, I was, I was so confused. I was so confused. And yes, I was disappointed. And yes, I had to mourn her. And, um, and even though I loved my baby boy, who was so easy to love, you can have these conflicting emotions of loving something and being disappointed at the same time and have them coexist in a healthy way. Thankfully, I had the knowledge and wisdom, and I had the ability to communicate and understand what was going on, so I handled it probably as gracefully as I possibly could. Um, but for those of you who are experiencing gender disappointment, most times I've heard from women who are pregnant and they're sure that they're having a girl or sure that they're having a boy, and then they find out differently, and that's when this guilt, this shame, this heaviness sets in. Um, First off, I want to say that the baby you're pregnant with, if you're watching this video, you're having a very high vibrating baby. This baby knows exactly what it came here to do. This baby is insulated by its own wholeness. Okay, the babies coming in right now are very whole. They will bring more of that knowing with them. And again, they know what they're coming here to do. They know what their role is. Your baby is insulated. They're very self-possessed. They know who they are. So the last thing they want you to do is worry about them. They know you're having this experience for a specific reason. They know what their specific reason is, and they're just, Mama, have whatever feelings you need to have. I'm good. I'm okay. All right? That is the most important thing I can tell you about the baby you're carrying. And I'm just going to use a girl boy just to keep it for sake of ease. So if you're yearning for this girl and you're worried that your boy is going to feel unloved because of it, or that you're disappointed about this baby, just know that this baby boy, he knows what he's doing. He absolutely knows what he's doing. And let that take that out of your guilt and shame. Just let that go. Your baby is good. Okay, your baby is good. And you can talk to your baby about it too. Seriously, they know what's going on. You know, dear baby boy, I was sure I was having a girl and I'm disappointed, but I know there's a bigger reason and I know I'm going to love you. Talk to your baby about it. Don't ignore him just because that's not what you wanted. Don't feel guilty. They know everything that's going on. Talk about the bigger picture with him. He gets it. And in the meantime, this spirit baby girl that you wanted, she is there. She is there. Um, and usually I did a reading recently where there was this three-way thing going on here between it was a baby boy, a baby girl, and the mom. There was this three-way healing going on. So she's here and she feels it. She knows what's going on and she's participating. Um, and if you want to hear the whole story of what I went through, because I had energetic twins, there was a girl and a boy, and they actually switched. That can happen. Don't attach yourself to it. But that can happen. Read my book, What All Spirit Babies Want to Know, to get that whole story. However, what's really going on here? The reason you want this baby girl so much, or you want this baby boy so much, is because you've had past lives with this soul. That was the case with my spirit baby daughter. I had past lives with this girl. And if you're yearning for a gender, you're not just yearning for a gender, you are yearning for a soul where you've had past life experiences with. And if it's a girl you want, it means that you had a daughter in a past life. And this is the part where it gets tricky. The reason you're having this yearning is because you think that having this baby girl is going to complete you in some way. You think it's going to enhance you in some way. But that might not be the case. In my case, I had this relationship with my spirit baby daughter because I'd had so many past lives with her. And in the past, she had been sick and I cared for her in every lifetime. So what we had was actually a codependent relationship here, one that was sacrificial. Even though it was so full of love, it was love. The love is real. It's absolutely real. But there was some codependency. There were some unhealthy patterns. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about karma and clearing karma. Karma actually is not something bad. It's just something that we're now balancing in this realm, in this lifetime. We are balancing past life karmas. And gender disappointment is a huge part of that. It's a balancing of karma, it's a clearing of karma, and it's a way to rewrite the relationship. So if you're having this strong yearning, it means you've been with the soul in the past. You're specifically tied to a specific lifetime that you want to repeat. However, repeating it may not be in your best interest. So you have to go through these emotions, fully feel them, absolutely fully feel it. There's a couple women I know right now who are pregnant with boys and they want girls. So realize that this yearning you have for your daughter, it's real, it's based on past stuff, it might not be in the highest interest. If you can clear that while you're pregnant, you're doing the big work. This is spiritual evolution you're doing. You're doing the big work. So involve the baby boy here. If he's anchoring it, he's here for it, he's present for it, he's holding the space for it, and work out this karma. Be open to it. Just say, I allow this karma to be cleared. I allow our relationships to be the highest versions of themselves. That's what this time is here for now. It's to become the highest versions of ourselves, to clear the past codependency, that clear the past unhealthy patterns. Having the gender of baby you think you want will not make you whole. It will not complete you. Only you can complete yourself into the highest version of yourself. And that's a vibrational journey that I talk about everywhere. but get my book if you haven't read it yet. It'll tell you everything you need to do. But this is a time to deal with the disappointment, feel it. You know, after a couple days after my son was born, I went outside and I raged at my daughter. I was so mad at her, so mad at her. Like, why do we have this conversation for 3 years? And why didn't you come? And again, I'm glad I was able to tune into that, because most moms, when they're suffering from a gender disappointment, they turn it inwards and they think it's all their fault. But no, this was an experience we are meant to have. So when I'm raging at my daughter, she's telling me, give me your rage. I can take it. It's appropriate. You'll see the whole picture soon. And my ability to talk to my spirit babies is not revolutionary. It's not anything that we don't all have. You can talk to the baby that's in your belly. You can talk to the baby that you think you want. You can talk to all of it. And opening your gift would be a good one here on my website. Opening your gift, you get the meditation where you can hear the voice of your baby, and you get the video, how to have kick-ass pre-birth communication, so you can tune into all the ways your baby might be talking to you. Your babies might be talking to you. This video is getting too long for a video blog, but just know, gender disappointment, it's something so much bigger is going on than what you think. There's healing going on. There's karmic clearing going on. There's spiritual evolution going on. And that baby you think you want, even if it doesn't come in this time, doesn't mean that it can't. And you know what? After my third boy was born, I knew that my baby girl could come in if I wanted to, if I wanted her to. My husband was open to it at the time, but as time went on, I knew I felt complete with three boys. And I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine having anything but 3 boys. And then also I knew that the karma I worked out with my daughter was complete, and with that completion, my desire for her, it went away. I know that's not what most people want to hear right now, especially if you're so tied to having a specific gender. And you can have it. You can, if it's meant to be, if it's the highest potential for all of you, you can. But after the karma has been cleared, after everything has been resolved. And if you decide that you don't, then it can still be a happy ending. You can have a happy ending no matter what. No matter what the gender is, no matter what you decide, if you're going to keep trying, you can have the happiness no matter what, and you can be complete in yourself no matter what. The answer is always work on your vibration, work on your spiritual journey, and everything else becomes clear. All right, I hope that makes it a little more clear what's going on with the gender disappointment. It's so much more. In the future, I might do another full reading about this, but right now, I mean, that's really the crux of what's going on. If this speaks to you, share it with others, because I know so many women go through this, and the shame and guilt tied to it can just be debilitating. But it doesn't have to be. There's so much more going on here. All right? You take care of your sister. You are complete already. And I love you.